Pictures the inside. Start at the bottom. See, there's a little bit of holes right here where the floor pan meets the inner rockers. Pretty much the same over here. You can see the daylight. Wheel wells and everything look fairly solid from the inside corners out to about the rockers. Up behind the seats. And out to the barn doors. A little bit of through rust here. And on this outer seat bracket, same thing, a little bit of rust. And it is through rust. Down in the bottom here, the belly pan's all pretty much gone, and the main outer structure needs to be repaired. Same thing back here with the jack points. And this is just a hair behind the back barn door. Bottom of the barn door, as you see, is completely rusted. I'm not sure if that's factory. It doesn't look like it. It looks like somebody used some roof flashing or some old duct work to replace it. Same thing on the other side. The hinge over here is broke on the back barn door. And I'm not sure if there's supposed to be any type of hardware that holds the door shut. If there is, it's missing. The other side has all the latches and everything on the inside. The outside latch is gone. It looks like it's broke off. It still holds the door shut on this side. We'll move up to the front. Look at the bottom of the doors, just a little bit of rust. It looks to be fairly solid. The guy painted it with some sort of mix between tar and paint. Not sure what it is. Got the dog leg. Back behind the bumper is a little bit of through rust. Up by the back side of the dog leg there's some through rust, and it looks like he's got it patched with some sort of plastic foam, probably spray foam. And I'll shove my phone inside the wheel well here. You can see up by where the seat belt bracket would bolt on a bay, it's all rotted out there too. Everything else seems to be fairly solid. Looks got the factory undercoating on it, so. And there's the jack point, as you see, a little bit back there. It's got a little bit of rust too. Inside the floorboards, both sides of the post where they meet the floorboard, there's through rust. Other than that, the floorboard is fairly solid. Even on the driver's side where your wet feet is, there's just a little bit of discoloration. And I don't see anything too major. And again, clear on the driver's side, there's where the posts meet the floorboard, it's rusted. Driver's side door is stuck. It will not open. I'm not going to try forcing it just in case the hinges are froze up. But again, if you look back here on the driver's side, it looks like it is kind of rotted out where the water's been splashing in this corner, between the front and back areas. Has a keys, is the clock, and the original radio blank. Steering is fairly tight. The windshield washer tank is busted. I do see a new one in the box that you'll see with my pictures. And it does look like around the windowsill has been leaking just a little bit. And I believe I also have a new ashtray. Again, I don't know if that stuff's factory. It's a repop. I'm not sure. Through the top here, see you got the little cold air induction thing going on. All that seems to be intact. Everything's loosened up, the closures and everything, so nothing's froze up. Next we'll focus on the top. It does have a sunroof, it does have the headliner in it. It does not have the outer canvas. It appears that all the hardware is there that I know of. What you see is what you get in the auction. To me it looks like just the canvas has come up, but there may be a few pieces missing that actually hold that canvas down. But the latch is there, and I'll stand up on top here and you guys can get a look what you're actually getting on the top. We'll stay focused on the top. You can see we got all the windows up there. The gaskets are pretty well dry rotted. Again, I'm not taking the headliner out this time, but it looks like somewhat in the back here we might have had a leaky drip edge on the outside, and it has came in, and it's done some extensive damage on the back part here. And I'll just take you right through all the way. It does look like you're going to need to do a little bit of metal work around these windows, but as you progress up front it gets a little bit better. And then this is above the driver's side door. Passenger side door, I'm sorry. Jail bars are all still intact all the way around. They look pretty straight. Doesn't look like anybody's monkeyed with them. And still got knee curtain rods on all the other windows. There's some slight bends in those, but they're all there. Back above the engine bay, you actually see where the water was leaking in. Again, this is on the passenger side where there's pretty extensive damage above the headliner here. Looks like the water dripped down. I've swept all this up, so that is rust. That's just not stuff sitting on top of the metal. There is through rust where the air inlet for the engine is, and it looks like the battery box has also suffered some damage from the water. Move over to the driver's side. Starting to get some holes in the spare tire holder. Again, I've seen worse. They're just starting. Fairly solid, but it's going to need some attention. And as far as the rear heater, it all looks solid. It's on there pretty tight. It's not rotting out or anything like that. So that is the inside. Again, this thing does have all the seats in their original covering. You know, the front ones are kind of tore up. Actually, the middle seat, that's a 2/3 seat and a full rear. Other than them being dirty, they're tear-free. Doesn't look like it's been reupholstered at any time. This is the driver's seat, and you'll see in the pictures with the auction, I actually do have the passenger side seat. I just took it out so we could get a good picture of the VIN number. And that's it for the inside.